Gordon and Henry are both engines that work on the main line on the island of Sodor. They are both big engines, they have loud booming whistles and tendons at the back, but they pull different trains. Gordon takes the express. Henry takes a Flying Kipper. But despite this, they are both engines of the Fat Controller's railway. One night, the engines were at Titmouth sheds resting after their long day's work when Henry puffed in. Then Gordon sniffed. "Phew," he remarked. "What a funny smell," he said. "It smells like fish," huffed Thomas crossly. Henry chuckled. "Sorry everyone, I was helping with a Flying Kipper this morning. There's been an accident with one of the crates, but I had such a busy day I didn't have time for a wash." "Well, it's a good thing you didn't take the express then," boasted Gordon, "because I guess you're more suited to pulling goods trains and dirty, smelly fish wagons." "I can pull passengers too, just like you, Gordon, you know," Henry fumed crossly. "When was the last time you did that? You didn't even take important passengers." "That's because you've always taken it, Gordon, which is so unfair," Henry remarked. "Yeah," agreed James. "Why are you taking advantage on me?" huffed Gordon. "Because you're just being selfish and unfair," replied Henry crossly. "You always get out the dirty jobs as well." Then the Fat Controller arrived. All right, cut the back chat," he said. "Despite that accident, at least one engine has done a good job today." "We can see that," snorted Gordon. "Yes, that's enough, Gordon," said the Fat Controller. "Now, Henry, as a reward for your hard work today, I've got a very special job for you tomorrow. I need you to pick up a mare and Alicia Botti from Nadford Station with the observation car and take them to the special concert at the Scottish Castle." Henry was thrilled. He'd get to take an important passenger after all. But then he had a thought. "Who will look after the Kipper, sir?" he asked. The other engines frowned. Pulling a Flying Kipper was a smelly job. None of them wanted to be chosen. Thomas and Percy even looked away, hoping that they wouldn't be chosen. Then they looked at each other. They had thought of a way to pay Gordon back after all his boasting.
Please, sir,"
Percy tooted.
"I'm sure Gordon can always do it."
"Eh? What?" "Yes," added Thomas. "It's James's turn to pull the express tomorrow anyway." "Good idea," said the Fat Controller. "Gordon, you can take the Flying Kipper."
"Fish? Sharks?"
huffed Gordon.
"You can't be serious, sir.
"You know I don't do goods work. Besides, why can't Murdoch or Boko do it?" "Gordon, you will do as you are told," said the Fat Controller sternly. "And you should know by now that really useful engines don't argue." "Yes, sir," grumbled Gordon. "That's better. Now you will be at the harbour for 5 o'clock sharp," said the Fat Controller, and he left. "I am so gonna get you two," Gordon huffed to Thomas and Percy. "Well, this is your fault," teased Henry. "Now let's see how you can manage the Flying Kipper without any mishaps." And all the engines laughed. But Gordon was furious. Early the next morning, Gordon's driver and fireman came into the shed. "Wake up, Gordon," said the driver. "It's time we get ourselves down to the docks to pick up the Flying Kipper. We don't want to be late." "This is so not fair," Gordon yawned sleepily. Soon Gordon arrived at Brendam Docks. The boats were unloading the fish and loading them into the trucks. Then one of the dock workers came up. "I'm afraid we don't have many vans to load many fish in this morning, so I'm afraid the only vans available to extend the trains are those old ones over there." Gordon looked at the old vans. They looked very old-fashioned. "Oh, the indignity," he huffed. Soon he shunted the trucks into a long line. As the workmen began to load the trucks, Gordon sniffed. "Phew," he said. "What an awful smell," he grumbled. "No wonder Thomas complains about it." Soon the fish was all loaded and Gordon trundled out of the dockyard. So that morning, Gordon pulled into the station. Donald and Douglas were there.
Well, look who's here, Dougie. Why, it's Gordon. He's pulling the express that smells like fish.
Donald and Douglas's teasing made Gordon very cross indeed, especially because Yeardley was nearby and overheard everything.
I hope you do a good job, Gordon. I'm not getting to an accident, teased Yeardley. See you later, smelly steamy.
Gordon was very cross indeed. He decided that the next time he comes across an engine, he will shoot past them. Gordon worked hard for the rest of the morning, and soon he only had one full truck left to deliver, and they were for Marin Station. As he came up towards the platform, Gordon saw Henry ahead. Henry had just finished his job and was on his way to take the observation car back to Knapford Station. Oh great, I'm sure he's going to tease me as well. But then he had a plan. He knew that the signal was red, but he decided to ignore it. So Gordon rocked and rolled so his driver could be shaken about and miss the red signal, which worked, and they shot past Henry. "Hey, hang on Gordon, you shot past the signal," Henry cried. "That's not all," called the station master. "You still got fish for our stop." But Gordon was already too far away to hear. But those weren't the only problems. Salty was further down the line. He had been stopped by a stray cow on his tracks. He didn't know that Gordon was coming behind him on the same line. Gordon was trundling as fast as he could. He really wanted to get over his smelly job. But he didn't see Salty until it was too late. Luckily, no one was hurt, but the old vans broke open and fish spilt everywhere. And even Salty got covered in fish. "Oh, not again," groaned Gordon. "Sorry." "Ah, never mind me, Artie," said Salty. "This smell reminds me of the sea. It's good to smell it again." But Gordon didn't think so, as the strong smell hung in the air. A few minutes later, Henry arrived with a fat controller. Gordon wondered what the fat controller would say. He soon found out. "Well, Gordon," the fat controller said, "you wanted to show Henry how you can pull the Flying Kipper, and you've certainly done that. You've shown him how silly it is to miss a station for their delivery and to miss a signal at danger. And this accident has proved why." "Sorry, sir," said Gordon. Well, Gordon, looks like your boasting has got you into trouble again," Henry teased. "Don't worry, I'll take you to the steamworks." "Thanks, Henry," sighed Gordon. "Oh, the indignity." A few days later, Gordon was soon repaired and back at Knapford Station ready to take the express. But the other engine still thought it was funny that Gordon had disobeyed the signal. "Fancy taking the Flying Kipper today, Gordon?" teased Henry. "Yes," added James. "Me and Henry can stand by with the express." "Oh, and mind you obey the signals this time," teased Thomas.
Yes. If you miss it again,
added Percy.
We'll have to get you a pair of spare glasses so you can see better.
And all the ancients laughed. But Gorton was not amused. Even though he learnt his lesson, he thought the ancients were all being very silly indeed.
Oh,